Just to think about how 2020 kicked off, Delta riding high, awards coming in, business focus in particular, you were paying down debt. In fact, you were on a hiring spree, and then out of nowhere, this storm that you are currently having to weather. How is currently business at the moment? You say at the moment it's about 20% smaller in terms of where it was for the future. Where are you seeing yourself in the current storm that Delta is managing to fly through?
Well, as you mentioned, it was quite a change in our plan for the year. We had just finished an all-time record, not just for the U.S. industry, but within the global industry, and revenues and profits and customer satisfaction, all the things that we like to pride ourselves in. And then when the pandemic hit, we went from that to less than 5% of our revenues within 30 days. It was really dramatic. Today, we just finished reporting our third quarter results. We're 20% back. The second quarter, we were 10% back. Third quarter, 20% back. This fourth quarter that we're in currently, we're expecting to be somewhere between 30 to 35% back. Slow, steady improvement. People are getting more confident with air travel. I think one of the challenges we have in the industry is not just the air travel component, which I think people are increasingly feeling more confident in, and we can talk about that, but it's the other aspects of the journey. The businesses aren't open, the restaurants aren't consistent, the quarantine measures are pretty significant in many parts of the country and certainly the world. So the world hasn't really opened up to travel in a meaningful way yet, certainly not air travel, but as it does, we're going to be well positioned.
How hard is it to keep reassessing that current environment when we're looking at the UK, France, parts of Europe having to double down on lockdowns once again? How confident are you that by 2021 there will be some sort of normality?
I don't know 21 will be completely normal. Hopefully by the end of 21 we'll be in a much more normal state, and 22 probably is the first year of the new normal, as people like to say. When we look at this winter, I think you're going to continue to see more of the same. I think people are itching to get out, so travel, transportation, people more broadly are continuing to move, certainly in the U.S. We've been watching the stats. We watch the world stats every single day in every market around the world, and it is quite troubling when you see the surge that we've seen building really it's been over the last 6 weeks in Europe, not just currently. And when we think about the U.S., we have more states where the virus is growing many more than where it's contained. In the South, where we're at now, we're in a better spot, I think, than other parts of the U.S., but the virus moves. And that's one of the challenges we have, anticipating, trying to get ahead of the virus. The better you do in managing it, unfortunately for our business, it means people not traveling.
You've taken dramatic steps, perhaps more than rivals, blocking the middle aisle, saying you're going to be doing that into the first quarter of 2021. What does this new normal that you mentioned sort of look like? Does the business traveler come back? Because that was really an area that you doubled down on and won a lot of market share. Yeah, no, business travel is key to our business model, and we've made a big bet on business travel, and I do think it's going to come back. I don't know that it'll come entirely, 100%. I think video technologies are certainly going to be a complement to business travel. There will be some trips that won't need to be taken because of business travel, but because of video technology. But I don't think it's going to be a substitute in any meaningful way. I've been around this business for a long time, both in the airline business and then as a business traveler earlier in my career. And every time we go through a period of crisis, whether it was 9/11, global recessions, any kind of economic bump, the first thing that people are quick to say is that business travel isn't going to return, that if it's going to be substituted, and you can go back in time to when email first started and technology, and now it's digital technology that's going to replace it. The human spirit is not going to let technology get in its path. I think people will want to be together, and our mission at Delta is to connect the world. And the world right now feels very isolated, feels very distant from itself, and that's our business purpose. And so in some ways, to me, it's reaffirmed the value that we bring, the purpose we have in what we do.